Alright, time to let Donald know how our conversation went. What? No, what should I do this week? Let's not get into trouble and... Well, I mean, we want to get into trouble, though. Oh, it's so hard to think about that. Need to get into trouble and let Donald know how the conversation went. Get on his good side some more. Although things are doing pretty good in that regard. Donald seems easy to please. Hey! Pink, then people could tell you apart. Oh, Cutie. Are you telling Luke to dye his hair pink? Hey, Luke, can you go on for a bit? I need to talk to Cutie about something. Sure. Catch up with you later, man. He poses nonchalantly while his roommate walks away. But once Luke is out of sight, his face falls. So, did you talk to my brother? What did he say about me? Yes, I've had a chance. I don't know him that well. He says you're great now. Yeah, I'm not telling you that. He says you have too much energy. I talked to him. He said you're overly energetic and bored, and that's why you fool around all the time. But he said that's not such a bad thing, and that lots of people in your hall are like that. Yeah, that's his excuse. Excuse? For being kicked into Wolf Hall. I don't know the details, I just know he got in a fight. He gave some guy a black eye. What? See, that's something I wouldn't do. Unless it was painted on. Anyway, that should tell you how things stand. He doesn't really get me, if you know what I mean. He's only got eyes for urchin. That doesn't sound right. He did say she gives as good as she gets, between you. Well, that's something. Anyway, I should get going. See ya. Bye, Donald. Sorry your brother doesn't really get you. But he seemed to be happy that I was honest about it, so... I guess that's something, right? Right? Yeah. Ooh. Just snapped my wrist. Ow. Aw, thought I would learn a spell when I got to 70. Darn. Oh, sorry, I was looking at my, my red, blue, green, black, white on the left side, and I was like, how did I get so many points in that? Then I remembered I bought a wand. So, there we go. Mail was delivered. Ellen, there's a letter for you.
Oh, it's from my family.
Ellen carefully works her finger under the sealed envelope flap, opening it with a minimum of tearing, then unfolds the letter and begins to read.
What?
She drops back onto her bed with a thud and stares at the paper in her hands. What is it?
It's nothing, just a change of plans. Apparently, I'm not going home for Thanksgiving.
What?
Because it's a long way for such a short break, so it's better for me to stay here.
Is that what you want?
That doesn't matter. Really, it doesn't. It's not my decision. I can't go home on my own. They don't want me there.
Well, we want you here, don't we, Cutie? Yeah. Come on, we should all do something together today. Okay. Yeah, okay.
You don't have to do that. I'm fine, really.
You're fine about not going home? What, do you hate your parents or something? Virginia!
I don't hate them. They just don't want me. Mama's probably glad to be rid of me.
What about your dad?
He's not around. I lived with my mama and Justin, my stepfather.
Your father left you?
That... not exactly. She left him with us because Jenny's my half-sister. Justin's her dad. My father was angry? I don't remember a lot of what happened. Then we moved and eventually he stopped writing. Mama says I look like him.
I'm sure they want to have you home. It's 800 miles. You're going home for Christmas, right?
As far as I know.
Is it okay for people to stay here over the holidays? Yeah, there's always someone staying. Some people don't want to have to go back to being non-magical. Hey, if you want, you could come to our house for the break.
Really?
Sure, we're used to having people stay over. I mean, I have to ask, but I'm sure it'll be alright. Unless you don't want to because of, you know, my brother.
Oh, I'd rather be there than here all alone.
Okay, alright, Mom and Dad. Now, let's go do something. Let's go outside. I want some fresh air.
Okay.
Ah, fresh air and sun. We go for a walk and eventually a run, which occasionally turns into a chase. I'm still the fastest. We have a good time, but tire ourselves out a bit. I'm gonna have to go sleep. Okay, diary. Brothers. Donald says William doesn't really understand him. Donald's a troublemaker, but he only pulls off silly jokes. He wouldn't start a fight that could get people hurt. And holiday recovery. Ellen got a letter from home saying that she has to stay at school for Thanksgiving. She thinks her mother and stepfather don't like her very much. Virginia and I hung out with her to cheer her up, and Virginia says maybe Ellen can come home with her for the holiday. I wish I could go with them. I could spend some more time with Donald. Flyers up in the hall have informed us that there will be a special assembly for all freshmen this Thursday. No class activities can be scheduled for that day. So what should I do this week except for Thursday? We will sleep. Should actually take gym a couple times. Get our strength back up. Ellen is in the room, systematically taking clothes out of her dresser, then putting them back in. What are you doing?
Folding my clothes.
Yeah, but why are you unfolding them first?
Because they aren't folded properly.
Okay. I guess everyone has their quirks. Oh, Ellen and your OCD. Obsessive cleaning disorder. Alright. Get our strength back up. I wonder if there's anything at the magic shop that can give me strength. Okay, we gather in the gym. Good morning, my bright young things! Today is a special occasion for all of you. You're going to get to practice what you've learned and try out some spells on each other, without the pressure of a test or grades. Oh no, it's here already. Well, I've been looking forward to siding with Donald on this one. Sticking up for him, so... I'm gonna go back into negative merits. Goodbye, merits. This is an important lesson because in future exams you may come up against other spellcasters. You need to know how to use magic in combat, and how to avoid magic being used on you. Will everyone please team up in twos? There's some jostling and shuffling around. Ellen and Virginia pair off, and I end up standing by Virginia's brother Donald. Please pay attention before we begin. I want you to take turns casting spells at each other and blocking them. This is not a battle, and you're not trying to defeat each other. Think of it like a game of catch. One of you is the pitcher, and one of you is the catcher. You can only pitch when it's your turn, so defenders must only defend and not attack. Also, please don't interfere with any other pairs. That includes casting spells that tend to be messy. No fireballs or ice storms, please. Target only your partner. I will be on hand to deal with any injuries and accidents. If you hurt yourself, please call for help. I'll be right there. Have fun! Fun? I turn to face my partner. Ladies first. I'm not sure what to cast. I've never done this before. You can do a push spell, right? No? You should be taking more classes. Well, that doesn't help now. Yeah, well,
There are lots of little spells we don't learn in class. Some are pretty easy. Tell me what you can do, and I'll suggest something.
Donald shows me a simple spell to make a pimple break out on someone's face. Oh! Luckily, it's reversible.
Alright then, are you ready?
You want me to do that on your face? 3, 2, 1. I start to cast the spell, but suddenly a wave of cold sweeps over my body and I can't move. The spell fizzles uncast.
Ha! I wasn't sure that would work. It'll wear off in a minute.
As he said, I unfreeze shortly, but my fingertips are still tingling and sore.
Alright, it's my turn now. Are you ready?
Yeah, I can't wait to see what spells I can cast on you this time. I suppose.
Uno, dos, tres.
Do I want to blind him or stagger him? Let's just stagger you. As he prepares to cast his spell, I cast mine, and suddenly Donald stumbles, clutching his head and blinking rapidly. You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Nice shot.
We work together for a while, trading spells back and forth. Then Donald holds up his hands and leans in close to whisper something.
I've got a great idea. When I say go, you drop to the floor and cover your eyes. I'm going to cast something over your head. Okay. Go!
On cue, I duck and cover. There's a whooshing noise and a burst of heat overhead, followed by screams? Donald! What are you doing? Oh, you're in trouble. While your flaming dragon was very impressive. Aw, I miss a fire dragon? I did specifically tell you to avoid large spells. If poor Cutie hadn't managed to get out of the way, you would have hurt her badly. Like he cares. This is very disappointing. You've always been so careful in your creativity. Why would you take such a risk? I'm defending you, Donald. Professor Potsdam? I wasn't actually in danger. He told me to get down and made sure I was out of the way before he cast it. You knew what he was going to do? Everybody looks so concerned at me. Yes. I knew he was going to do something, and saying this should get him out of trouble, right? More like get me into trouble. Well, I suppose that changes things slightly. Detention for both of you, then. What? It's only fair for both conspirators to suffer equally. And you did know that you shouldn't cast such large spells. But no demerits, since there was no real danger. Oh, okay. I get to keep my merits. Good. Perhaps the two of you can use the time to come up with some more interesting way of showcasing your skills for the class. Yes, ma'am.
No problem.
Trying to be good now. Oh, Jacob, put Mr. Arias down. She hurries off to deal with someone else. Luckily, there are no major accidents for the rest of the session. Okay, Donald, looks like we got a project to work on together. No, I can't fail! My strength! My strength! Not strong enough. I get up to go to my detention. Again. Grabner looks so done with the two of us. Miss Patootie, Mr. Danson. Must I be forever burdened with this nonsense? Since you are both being punished for the same offense, you will receive the same punishment. He points to the tables where two very large glass jars filled with pebbles are sitting. You will each take one jar. You will take out each pebble individually by hand. You will place each pebble on the table, forming two separate stacks. After you have removed each pebble, you will write down the total number of pebbles that were in the jar. You will then return all of the pebbles to your jar by hand. I have ways of detecting whether or not each pebble has been touched. Do not attempt to shirk. Do you understand?
Sure.
And if your count is off, or you attempt to pocket any of the pebbles, I will lock you in this room with no food or water until Monday. What? Why would I want to take your stupid pebbles? Get on with it. He stalks out of the room, closing the door behind him. Nah, stick my tongue out at you. What is the point of this? Boredom, that's all. Great. Sorry I got you into this. You didn't. It was my decision. I mean, it wouldn't have been right to let them think you were trying to hurt me when you weren't. Yeah, well, I knew I was going to get busted for it, and I didn't warn you. If he knew he'd get into trouble, why did he do it? Attention? Well, I'd better get to work. Oy, at the end of the day, I have counted and recounted 432 pebbles, and my neck hurts. But at least I get to leave. I didn't take any of the stupid pebbles. So there. Folding at home, I found Ellen in our room unfolding and refolding her laundry. I'm not sure why. No good deed unpunished. Donald insisted on pulling a flashy trick that looked dangerous but really wasn't, and when I stepped in to defend him, we both ended up getting detention. Pebbles in a jar. Professor Grabner made Donald and I count pebbles by hand for detention. Good grief. It stressed me out.
Cutie?
Yes?
Do you like theater? Plays?
I don't know. Why?
Well, the drama club is doing Medea this week, and I kinda want to see it, but I don't want to go by myself.
What's Medea?
It's a classic Greek tragedy. It's about a witch whose lover betrays her, and the terrible things she does for revenge.
That doesn't sound very nice.
That's why it's a tragedy. They're doing it Friday and Saturday night, and I was thinking I'd rather go Friday.
Is it free?
No, it's $5 for students. So, do you want to come?
Not really. Sorry, Ellen. Next time. I'll go with you next time. I don't think that's really my kind of thing. Sorry.
Okay.
I'd better figure out what I am doing this week. Pick a green, and a gym, and a green, and a sleep, and a gym. Sure. Why not? Yay! Come on, strength. Whew. Yeah, my strength is not doing very good. I think I should go to the mall this week and see if anything makes me stronger. Thick hide. For a limited time, all damage done to target is automatically reduced. Okay. Yeah, okay. I'm getting ready for dinner when someone knocks on the door. Man, a lot of people knocking on our door. Hey! Hi guys, what's up? Wanna earn some easy merits? Yeah. Doing what?
Butching and baking and candlestick making.
Butching? That's not the right word.
It could be. She's a horse.
You ever been kicked by one? What did you want me to do again? He already said, are you in or not? Are you in or out? I am in. Fine. Lead on. Lead on, good sirs. The boys lead me to a classroom with a stove set up at the back, normally used for potions making. There are several pots and a collection of metal cylinders on the floor nearby. They don't have lids, and they're not the right size for any pipes I know of. What are they? There you are! Now, if you'll just hold still for a moment. A wave of green magic rolls over me. That should improve your resistance to heat and stop you from burning yourself too easily. Of course, you'll still need to be careful. Especially you, Mr. Pfeiffer.
Yes, ma'am.
You have an instruction sheet here with all the steps, including the proportions for the dyes and fragrance oils. Do you have any questions? We're cool. Alright, I'm going out for a while, but I'll be back shortly to keep an eye on things. Don't worry, I won't interfere. I might even bring my knitting! Of course you will. She walks out, leaving me with two boys who obviously haven't told me everything. What are we doing here? Making candles. It's for the fundraiser thing. What fundraiser thing?
The school sells stuff at the mall to raise money.
Oh. So she's not still mad at you about last week then? Who, Potsdam? Nah, she was never really mad. She loves me.
If she loves you so much, why doesn't she marry you?
What? She's an old lady, you goon. She's not that old, but too old for you, I'm sure. And we shouldn't talk like this in case she comes back. Right. Candles. So how does it work? Set up the wick, melt the wax, pour it in, then cool it down. Easy. You can cast a seal spell, right? No. Alright, you run the wax and Luke can do the wicks.
Sure.
Okay, the wax is set up in a double boiler. Make sure there's always water in there, and keep an eye on the temperature. If the wax gets too hot, it will explode. Explode? That's why Potsdam heat-proofed us. Just keep an eye on it. As long as you're watching, you'll have time to catch it if it starts going wrong. When the wax chunks are melted down, mix in the oil and the color, then stir it with a wooden spoon. Have you done this before? No, I read the directions. It's not that hard. Once a pot is ready, you can pour it into the molds. And what are you going to do while we're working? I got the hard part. You'll see. Working together, Luke and I assemble and fill candle molds. Alright, stand back. Here I go. I can feel the magic in the air. Phew, I don't know why that was so difficult. But I'm not sure what he's doing. Looks like he was casting red and white? No, red and black. What is that? Shh, hang on. He's still casting it? Okay, this is a tougher spell than usual. A minute later, he relaxes. There you go. You can cut off the ends now. I look inside the mold. Not only has the wax cooled, but it's shrunken away from the sides of the mold completely evenly. Nice job. You can't cool it all at once or it'll collapse. And if you leave it to cool on its own, it sinks full of holes, so it's tricky. Couldn't you just shape the wax around the wick in the first place without melting it?
It wouldn't work right afterwards. It wouldn't blend right.
Okay, and so we produce a nice set of candles. None of the steps are terribly difficult, but done over and over, it is tiring. Wonderful work, ducklings! 10 merits for each of you. Thank you. A job well done. Yes, quite. And then we reduced our stress, so that's good. Finally back to 20 and strong. Hey, where's Ellen? She and Lena are going to that play tonight. Oh, right, Medea. She asked me about that too. Lena's in Butterfly Hall, and I don't really know her, but I'm glad Ellen found someone to go with. Me too. On Saturday morning, the mail and allowances are delivered. What should I do today? Let's go to the mall. I want to go to the magic store and see if anything can boost my strength. Okay, I know that won't. Protective gear? Good for combat magic. Special fabric keeps your hands safe from fire or acid, while elbow pads can double as sports gear. Okay, that makes me stronger. It's also out of my price range. Sextant. This measuring device improves your understanding of the physical attributes of the world, which makes it easier to alter them. Blue magic. I think that's green. That's white. That might be black. Tiara's cute. Fairy wings is cute. Bat wings is weird. I've already got the wand. Okay, so the protective gear could give me some strength. Okay, good to know. Diary. Candle making. Donald, Luke, and I helped make candles for the school fundraiser and earned 10 merits. Ellen's outing. Ellen is going to the school play tonight. That was fun. Ah, man, lots of scenes with Donald. It's really nice. When we did Virginia's last time, it was a long time between scenes. Early on Monday, all the freshmen are called together. Good morning, buttercups! The Thanksgiving break begins this week after classes on Tuesday. There will be no further scheduled activities until Monday, the 2nd of December. If you are staying through the break, the library will be open, and meals will be served at the regular times, as well as the feast on Thursday and some organized activities. If you are leaving and you need to leave before tomorrow evening, and you haven't already made arrangements, please talk to me after assembly. Now, there is one more thing. For those of you who are wild seed, if you are leaving, this will be your first time away from the comfort and protection of Iris Academy. You are witches and wizards, and the people around you out there are not. A choice that you made 3 years ago still stands. You must not reveal our secrets to the outside world. You must not discuss or display magic in front of anyone who is not one of us. Not your old friends, not your families, no one. If you betray our trust, you will not be allowed to return. And we would miss you. Now, I'm sure you have a busy week ahead of you, so I'll let you get on with your schedules. Right. Let's just take gym. Try and get stronger. I'm at an even 80 for green, so that's good. Come on, 22. Yay! We did it. If I might have your attention, please. Take hold of each other's hands and close your eyes. We give thanks to the parents who created us, and the friends who helped us grow, to the earth which nurtures us, and the other worlds which inspire us, for what we have been given, and for what we have to give, for those who have taken us in when we were in need, for forgiveness and for the hope of renewal. May our tributes bring joy, and may no call go unanswered in this Thanksgiving season. So may it be. Hands pull away from mine as other students echo her words. Have a very happy holiday! Well, now I can hang up my cape, find my parents, and be on my way. School will be waiting for me when I get back. Yay, vacation. I arrived back at school from my vacation feeling slightly disoriented. It was nice to see my family again, but in some ways they felt like strangers. And my old friends, they've all moved on. Back to my room then. Hey Cutie, you're back. How was your holiday? Okay. It was okay. How about you?
It was great. It snowed. There was snow everywhere and all the local kids met up to go sledding.
It was like she'd never seen snow before.
We get snow back home, but not very much usually. School gets canceled as soon as anything sticks, even if it's just a few flakes. We're lucky if we can make snowballs. So I'd never seen so many sleds before, or those funny little ones that look like shovels.
And she had to try them all.
This one boy brought a garbage bag to lie on, and when he'd go down the hill it would spin him round and round. Pastel wouldn't slide with us because of her wings, but she helped make snowmen.
Pastel was there? Yeah, sort of a last-minute thing. She didn't want to stay at school for the holiday either. Guess your house was pretty crowded. Oh, we're used to it. Lots of magical families stay with us when they're traveling. And William remembers her being practically a baby too, so she couldn't get anywhere with him.
She wasn't serious anyway.
So she started on Ellen.
She was just being friendly.
Very friendly. Really, Pastel flirts with everything. Don't you mean everyone? You don't know her well enough. Was that awkward? Ellen shifts her shoulders.
No, it was alright. We're all just kidding around. William, he never mentioned it. He fussed over all three of us equally. Pulled us around on sleds, taught us games. We had fun.
What about Donald?
Huh? Well, he was there, but he didn't really hang out with us.
Oh, that was new. We had him totally outnumbered.
He spent a lot of time in his room.
How was Thanksgiving dinner? Virginia leans back and pats her stomach. Great.
It was different, but nice.
She didn't know what the Indian pudding was.
But I liked it. It's just not something we've ever had back home. We always made pumpkin pie. It's the same sort of thing.
Not really.
Well, they're both cinnamony spicy and kind of brown, okay?
Pumpkin pudding.
You do not need any more desserts.
Maybe not today, but what about tomorrow? Tomorrow it's back to work, back to classes. No more fun. Another knock on the door. Virginia gets up to answer it. Good morning, here are your exam schedules for the day. She returns, holding a piece of paper. Exams? Today? But we haven't had time to prepare.
Well, it has been a while since the last exam. We've had all that time.
That's not the same.
No, but we'll do our best, right?
So I have an exam after class today. What else should I do this week? Actually, I'll study, get a little bit extra mana, and then take green. Can't remember what the exam is about today. So here I am. I wonder what this exam will be about. Here we go. In the dungeon again. The exit to this dungeon has been hidden. You cannot teleport out of the level. You must use your magic wisely to find your way before you run out of energy. You may choose to surrender at any time, and you'll be retrieved from the dungeon safely. However, you will fail your exam and receive demerits. Good luck. Oh, just a second, guys. I just need to answer the door. Sorry about that, guys. I, had a delivery. So, let me see what I have. Okay. Well, I don't think it's possible to, get detention from, like, fail this exam, because you just have to find your way out. I think track send works like breeze, so I will try that. What? No, come back. No, stop! Meh. Let's try that again, shall we? Hold on. Oh. I don't know why I thought that would be a good idea. Anyway. The most recent creature to pass through is Professor Grabner, heading north. Follow that creature. I've got your scent now, Grabby. He went west. I like this. Open spellbook. Track sent. He went north. Whoops. Sorry. Stop playing the game for a couple minutes and then all of a sudden I can't do jack. Grabby. Where are you, Grabby? I'm following your smell. Because I'm a creepo. Good grief. Can you not walk in a straight line, man? East, okay. I'm just going in freaking circles. Did you do that to vex me? North. Gosh, he's been all over the place. Okay. It's all over now, Grabby. He headed north, but there's a wall in the way. How's that possible? There must be a secret exit here. There we go. I did it. Congratulations, Cutie! For succeeding in your quest, you receive 5 merits. Thanks. I hope you enjoyed putting your skills into practice. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have another student to look after. Guess I can go relax now. Hey. Back in our dorm room, I find Ellen muttering to herself. How'd it go? You didn't take the exam?
That's what he said.
I don't understand. Were you in the dungeon or not?
I was in the dungeon. I found the way out. I just didn't use magic.
How did you do that?
I analyzed the layout to decide which walls were most likely, structurally, to be false, and checked them for inconsistencies until I found 2 walls that were identical. I was sure one was an illusion, but they still felt solid, so I decided my mind was being fooled into stopping my hand and making me think I felt something. So I jumped at the wall so I would hit it in mid-air, and my mind wouldn't be able to pull me back. And it worked. But I didn't cast any spells, so he said it didn't count and he wouldn't give me any merits for it.
Oh. Well, I'd say that's not fair this time. Well, that's not fair. They always say it doesn't matter how we solve the challenges as long as we solve them, right?
Yeah.
It's a trick, a nasty trick. I wonder how many people they catch by not telling us the real rules.
Yeah, you're right. It's not fair. They're doing it wrong.
Oh, she stomps out of the room. Where is she going? Ellen? I follow in Ellen's wake as she steams through the halls.
Professor Grabiner! Sir!
I beg your pardon. Oh my goodness. Ellen, are you going to tell him off? Woo! Go, Ellen! I'll be cheering for you in the back.
Your testing procedure is unbalanced and unfair.
Take it up with the headmistress. I have no time for this.
No, you listen to me. It's important.
She's yelling at Grabiner? I can feel the fascinated crowds hovering around to watch the show. Would you be willing to accept detention in exchange for my listening to your little diatribe?
Yes!
I see. Carry on.
You tell us that we're supposed to be creative, but you discourage creative solutions. You tell us that we're supposed to think our way out of challenges, but you don't teach us to think. All we've learned since we've been here is spells. No history, no literature, no guidance on what is and isn't accepted behavior, and then you punish us anyway. You tell us to experiment, but you don't tell us how to do it safely. You don't give us the tools to measure our progress, and you make fun of science for doing what you can't. It's wrong.
Have you quite finished?
Yes.
Very well. I will see you on Saturday for your detention, Miss Middleton. Oi. He swirls his cape around him and walks away. Stop, man. Ah! I hear you, Ellen. I think I'm going to quietly sneak back to the room. And I want to join her in screaming. Ah! He makes me do that all the time, I swear. All the time. I wake up suddenly in the middle of the night. Not sure why. I thought I heard something. Was someone at the door? I wait a few moments, but I don't hear anything except Virginia's snoring. Back to sleep then. Interesting. Is there someone at the door? Hello? Cutie? I believe I have something that belongs to you. Okay. She hands me a nondescript brown paper bag. I peek inside. What? Yes, you see, some of the boys were playing catch with it in the cafeteria. They found it in a hallway. I don't know how it came to be there. But there you are, safe and sound. I've had it cleaned and mended for you. What? Thanks. Don't worry, Dove. What seems like the most terrible moment imaginable when you are young will be only a tiny speckle in an illustrated history. I'll see you later. What? What? She bustles away. But how did one of my bras end up in a hallway somewhere? What? Who the heck took my bra? And guys were throwing it around in the cafeteria? Oh my goodness. What is happening? I don't know what's happening. On Saturday morning, the mail and allowances are delivered. What should I do today? I'm gonna go to the mall and have a comfort cookie. Cookie, please. I see Virginia at a table waving at me.
Hey, Cutie, over here.
Coming closer, I stop and stare in awe at the monstrosity of a sundae before her. Don't want to read about it because it's going to just make me really hungry. Are you going to eat that whole thing?
You can have a bite if you want.
One bite?
No, we can share if you want.
I'll just have a taste. I think I'll stick with a bite, thanks. I already had a cookie. Virginia's idea of a proper dessert is delicious, but sort of overwhelming. Thank you. Okay, diary. Exam success. I received 5 merits for passing my exam. Ellen's outburst. That was awesome. Ellen didn't get merits for her exam because she solved the puzzle without using magic. She decided that was unfair and went to argue with Professor Grabner about it, and ended up yelling at him in public. Everyone was staring. And of course he gave her detention. She is really, really mad. Midnight mystery. I thought I heard something in the middle of the night, but I don't know what. Lingerie surprise. Apparently some boys were playing games using one of my bras as the ball. How did they get hold of it? Yes, I would like to know this as well.